Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. And in our matchup tonight, you'll see the Milwaukee Bucks going up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. DA, it's all yours.
Well, Kevin Love has dramatically improved his perimeter shooting over his career, but he said, "I've tried not to fall in love with it too much. Where I'm going to make my money is also rebounding. That's a stat I always look at because it can help a team win even when the shot's not falling." Kevin?
Great attitude. His work inside, a big part of it, DA. Thanks. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for the Bucks. On Saturday, they'll go up against C.J. McCollum and the Portland Trail Blazers. And then on Tuesday, they'll host the Charlotte Hornets. Look at Cleveland's starting group. Ashman and Love are the forwards. Garland is out there with Clarkson, and it's Thompson in at the center. And for the Bucks, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. The backcourt comprised of Bledsoe and Matthews, and it's Lopez in at the 5.
It's very efficient and a well-tuned offense for the Bucks. They drive, they kick, they get open threes. Second in the league last year, as that was Mike Budenholzer's biggest change in threes.
So the Bucks win the tip. Antetokounmpo looking it over. Pass to Middleton, and the rejection by Love. Clarkson on the wing. He's covered by Matthews. Garland with the bucket. And with the Bucks in their offense, Brent, it all starts with Giannis.
Starts with Giannis, and that might have got them into trouble last year. They could maybe use another creator in a way where a guy can manufacture his own points. Who knows? Maybe that's growth within. Maybe that's Chris Middleton as he tries to improve his game, or Eric Bledsoe in some way. But the team does need a little bit more dynamism on the offensive end.
We're about 1 minute into the first. Matthews against Clarkson. Over in the corner, Osman. 6 on the shot clock. From past the arc, traps in the tray.
Great idea to get your secondary scorers involved early. This helps keep everybody engaged.
Yeah, and he's so-so from there, but when he's hitting from deep, it's a big confidence builder.
And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Antetokounmpo, those long strides and then fearless in his attack.
For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they come in off the loss to the Boston Celtics. Garland, the pass to Thompson. Kicks to Clarkson. And Love has it in the corner. Clarkson against Matthews. Fires the three. The rebound by the Bucks. Giannis drives in.
Middleton right now staying aware of where his teammates are and hitting them when they're open.
Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Garland with it. He's coming off a 10-point game against Boston. High arcing shot. Bledsoe with the defensive effort.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. Now, here's Clarkson. He's coming off a 13-point game against Boston.
Is passing another high point in that game. He made sure it wasn't all about him. He wanted to get his teammates involved.
Love in the post, covered by Giannis. The pass to Clarkson. 5 to shoot. This one for 3. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
This is when length becomes a massive, massive positive. What a shot block by Giannis.
He feeds it to Lopez. And Bledsoe has it in the corner. Off target from outside. The Cavaliers trail by 4. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
To the paint. There's Garland. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Plenty of games still ahead, Brent. Some discussion about shortening the regular season. Do you think that's going to happen?
I don't think it's going to happen.
Would you like to see it happen?
I like there's some percolating ideas out there that it might, and the idea of a 70-game season to me, it sounds really healthy. It sounds healthy for the players.
Healthy's a great word to use.
It sounds healthy for the coaching staff. It sounds healthy for the league, and it sounds healthy for the competition that you're going to get. Those 70 games, that would be some elevated play throughout the course of a regular season.
That's a great number. Hill, he's checked in for Eric Bledsoe. One falls, so he hits both of them. For Milwaukee, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Bounce pass from Hill. Here's Giannis. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And Giannis adding muscle to his frame for these types of situations. He'll keep getting bigger and stronger, but willing to take the hit. Well, after leading the Bucks to an incredible year, Giannis Antetokounmpo wins the most valuable player trophy. A very emotional speech that night, talking about his family and his brother and the impact they have. but really, how about the impact he's had on the Milwaukee Bucks franchise and what kind of aspirations they have on the shoulders of this young Greek talent.
Last season, Brent, Giannis played like he knew he was the best, even finishing off dunks by yelling, "I'm the MVP."
Wow, you do that well, Kevin. Yeah, Giannis was incredible, and I like the fact that throughout the course of the season, there seemed to be laser focus on every night, competing and getting better. He's just shouldering the responsibility of this entire franchise. I'm looking forward to see where his game goes from here.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they're like a 4-day-old soda right now, just flat, Greg. They're missing shots left and right and just not playing their best.
Courtesy of the 2K leaderboard, here's a peek at the league's top scorers from a season ago. Third is Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And looking back, his points per game really underscored the fact that he never took a game off. I mean, one special performance after another all season long.
Garland with it. He's guarded by Hill. Clarkson looking for an opening. Just 5 on the clock. Lopez with the block.
Oh, that's out of there. Not a high riser, but Lopez using his frame, a smart block, if you will.
Here's Garland. Over Hill. Up again. And there's Thompson putting it right back in.
That's what Tristan Thompson does best, just working the glass and working the D over.
Hill passes to Lopez. It's back to Hill. From the baseline. Thompson with the rebound. The Cavaliers trail by 3. Garland dishes to Clarkson. Can't hit from in close.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
Outside Hill. 6 to shoot. Pass to Matthews. Here's the 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Pass to Love. He kicks to Garland. That falls. Great assist by Love. And that's now 6 points for Darius Garland.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Hill looking around. Teardrop shot. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And Giannis just gobbling up the rebound, just spreads his wing out there, and ball falls right into it.
Thompson outside. Clarkson on the wing. Passes to Love. Lopez with the block. And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here. Clock is at 3. Here's Thompson.
And trailing here in the first, you'd like to see them be a little more aggressive on the offensive glass.
And the Cavaliers this summer selecting point guard Darius Garland with the 5th overall pick. The second-year man Colin Sexton already on the roster. Greg, how do you see the fit between these two players?
Well, I mean, both are 6'2". The questions will come at the defensive end of the floor. Offensively, both show great promise as shooters, very scoring-minded guards, reminiscent possibly of a Lillard-McCollum pairing for the Blazers, which could be a roadmap for the Cavs. And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Yeah, the bully ball tonight has paid dividends. Highly effective down there with the physical play.
Here's Osman. He's coming off a 10-point game against Boston. Over to the left wing. Garland with it. He's against Hill. It's stolen by Hill. The shot drops. His shooting percentage improves. He's 3 for 7 now with that basket.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
The drive by Giannis.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
Shot's good from Love.
That's a nice touch from Kevin Love. When he's deep inside like that, he's adept at guiding those shots home with a soft touch.
Love against Giannis. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That one on Love.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Yeah, you wondered if they would take some time to find their A game. They did it at jump ball. They've been awesome tonight.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Lopez, he's checked in for Lopez. Ilyasova comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Korver in for Matthews. When it comes to hustle, effort, who would you put on the floor to get those 50-50 balls that are just so important? And sometimes, with the winner-loss in the balance.
And I watch Kawhi Leonard, and even though he's a superstar player, there's still some efficiency in his action to go and get that ball.
He just never stops.
He never stops. And so, yeah, he might not get dirty, but he doesn't have to because he outsmarts everybody else to get to it. And we have scrappy guys like Marcus Smart and Patrick Beverly, who we've talked about as being nuisances on the court. But, those guys are invaluable to any coaching staff. And when they have those kind of plays, it just gets everybody going and brings a level of energy back to the game.
It does energize it. You're exactly right. Yep, that one goes.
Too easy that time. Sexton sniffing it out and then getting to an area on the floor that made that one easy.
Here's Giannis. Makes it off the glass. Giannis has got 20.
Defense shaking their heads. No idea how to stop him in this quarter. He's got him on the ropes.
Sexton deciding where to go with it. Korver with the defensive effort.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
Hill, no good.
Maybe a time to rest him right now. Just give him a bit of a breather. Try to help him get back on track.
And the shot goes in.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Bucks leading by 7. Here's Antetokounmpo. And Henson pulls it down. Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. The shot by Sexton, no good. Milwaukee's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Hill finds Giannis. Now here's Ilyasova. Back to Giannis. Clock at 6. Giannis is double. And it's good. Looking quite sharp with 10 of 12 shooting tonight.
So hard to stop down low. Giannis gets around the basket, and it feels like within 8 feet he's going to dunk just about anything.
Garland, the pass to Sexton. 1:39 left in the first quarter. That shot off the mark. And Milwaukee will come the other way. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
Well, in that one, they just had everything working offensively. It's a lot of fun when you get into that kind of a groove.
Yeah, I love watching that game, and in particular, their demeanor in their destruction in that game.
Now, here's Garland. 10 points for him. And there's the pass to Nance. Over Ilyasova. That's tipped.
Ilyasova, with the length he has on those arms of his, he got to the ball.
Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Bucks leading by 11. 58 seconds left here in the first quarter. Wants to get it to Antetokounmpo and does.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
Good.
Larry Nance Jr. has all of the ability to be effective from there.
And the Bucks with possession. Connaughton kicks to Antetokounmpo, and Giannis throws it down.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Now, here's Garland. He's tightly guarded, and the call will be against Robin Lopez. That is his first foul of the game. The Cavaliers shooting their third free throw shot of the game.
Whether as a starter or a defensive asset off the bench, Henson's willing to play whatever role the team needs him to.
On defense, Milwaukee. A 12-point game. Pass to Garland. Shot clock at 5. Shoots over Korver, and good. Got the English that time as it falls. And 12 points for Darius Garland.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively.
Korver from deep three-point land. Oh, and he got it!
Did that beat the buzzer, Kevin?
Yes!
Wow.
Yes!
Wow, what a way to finish up the quarter.
That's an incredible shot there. Just let it fly, take a chance, and somehow that one goes in.
And so it's Milwaukee. 13 points up at the end of the period. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. And we'll be right back after this. Well, there are a lot of letters that go into the spelling of Giannis Antetokounmpo's last name. He helped set the record straight of how you pronounce it.
The Nigerian way, you gotta say with a D, so it's Antetokounmpo. But in the Greek way, you say with the NT, like Antetokounmpo. Whatever you got, just say, you know, it's Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Seems easy enough, right?
I guess so. I think a lot of people are going to stick with Giannis or the Greek Freak.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And quite a position here for the Bucks to be in. What do you think, guys?
On the attack, right from the tip, they've been relentless offensively.
Well, just taking it right at the opposition and the other team right now. No answers and no way to slow them down.
On the floor for Cleveland, getting going here in the second. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Jonas Jerebko out there with Larry Nance. And it's Henson in at the 5, down low. Now Garland. After Kyle Korver missing on that last three-pointer. Henson's shot is off.
Probably not the shot that was drawn up for that possession, but you can't pass it up and you can't knock it down.
Another shot, and Antetokounmpo lays it up and in. Antetokounmpo's got 30.
It just keeps coming at you. Giannis has so much energy, and when he's this aggressive, he is just a dynamite offensive player.
Now here's Nance. kicks to Sexton. From the arc. Rebound, Milwaukee. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter.
Colin Sexton describes himself as a combo guard who likes to stay in attack mode and is very explosive. When he sees a gap and he gets into seams, he gets down there and tries to make some things happen.
Here's Garland following the bucket by the Bucks. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
Well, his poor shooting is a big reason that they're staring at this deficit right now. He needs to get on track if they're going to find a way to win.
And they double up on Antetokounmpo. And here's Ilyasova outside. Drills it from outside. Ilyasova's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And Sexton, a combo guard. That's far more of a scorer than probably a playmaker.
I think that's really what he's aiming for. He likes to watch film on Russell Westbrook and James Harden. And as we know, Kevin, watching those two play, they are very hungry and thirsty to score on a nightly basis. I think that's where Colin is pretty much laying the foundation of his game. I love the aggressiveness. He's been on fire the entire first half and continues to strike while the iron's hot.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Now, here's Sexton. He's coming off a 10-point game against Boston. Nance controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Well, Nance can be quick, and this time out-hustles his opponent to the offensive board.
Bledsoe outside. There's the lob, and Antetokounmpo.
They like to use Giannis in the pick-and-roll situations. He's getting better at understanding how to set the screens. With a rolling target, boy, he's a good one.
Sexton dishes to Nance. Pass to Jerebko. Here's Sexton. Now Henson. Over Ilyasova. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down.
Defensively, you want to force Henson away from the rim, but you also have to get up on him in the mid-range.
And here's Ilyasova outside. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. And Brent, when you watch Eric Bledsoe go to the rim, you just have to admire what an incredible finisher he is.
Well, Bledsoe, I think, has always relied on the fact that his physical stature, not in terms of his height at 6'1", but his width and strength allows him to go in there and be a bit of a bulldog, to get contact and to make things happen. So never has shied away from that.
Comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Middleton subbed in for Kyle Korver. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Thompson, he's checked in for John Henson. Kevin Love comes in for Nance. Eddie Osman, he's checked in for Jonas Jerebko. And it's Clarkson in for Garland. Bledsoe passes to Ilyasova. Here's Connaughton. He's covered by Clarkson. And it's Middleton penetrating, shoots the 3. Thompson with the rebound. And so Sexton will bring it up for the Cavaliers. Trailing by 19. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Now, here's Thompson. He kicks to Sexton. Three-pointer. Milwaukee with the rebound. Here's Connaughton. Passes it to Lopez. Bledsoe outside. It's a hand on it.
Been a struggle for him tonight, but if they can make this lead hold up, he can just chalk this up as one of those nights.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
We've seen this explosion of Canadian players in the NBA. And really, Tristan Thompson led that way. The 4th pick back in 2011, Thompson was, at that point, the highest drafted Canadian in NBA history.
And the Bucks making a change here. Matthews is checked in. That free throw good from Thompson. And Thompson may have led the way for Canadians. But as far as where the league is going, Greg, he's a throwback player.
I mean, a rebounder and rim runner. His game is built on toughness and hustle.
Now here's Ilyasova. He's got 6. Outside Matthews. There's the triple. Love grabs the board. Love's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Chris Middleton was a first-time All-Star in 2019. Now, we all know that Middleton is one of the league's best shooters, but he had to adjust his game to a new system under coach Mike Budenholzer. Middleton said, "I guess that's what being an All-Star is, a team player and a complete player. Not playing for stats, playing for nothing else but to win." Kevin?
First-time All-Star and well-deserved. David, thank you. The pass to Osman. Lopez with the steal. Wesley Matthews on the wing. His three-pointers off the mark.
Yeah, still trying to calibrate right now because he had 1 3 in the first quarter, but nothing since.
And here's Sexton. There's the dish to Love. And Lopez pulls it down. Bucks leading by 15. Now here's Matthews. That one drops, and he's now 2 for 5.
How frustrating for the defense. If you get the stop, but then fail to block out.
Yeah, that pops your confident balloon out there, just completely deflating when plays like that happen.
Now here's Thompson. He has 7. Sexton finds Clarkson. Over Bledsoe. And another miss by Cleveland.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
Shots good by Middleton.
And that's what Middleton is known for, a remarkable outside shooter, and that release got off pretty quick.
Now here's Sexton. Guarded by Bledsoe. Sexton with it. To halt the run. They get it back. Goes back up, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Brook Lopez.
Well, Thompson's out there to throw his weight around. He did it that time. Last year, interesting under-the-radar season as Tristan Thompson statistically had a very, very good year. A career best rate in rebounding, scoring, and assists. That's a big guy down on the inside, and Tristan Thompson provides you some great foundation on a nightly basis to bring physicality to the game.
That free throw good from Thompson. And as well as he played last season, the former Ironman, Tristan Thompson, struggled with injury.
Yeah, fewest games played of his career in any given season, and for a guy who went 4 straight seasons playing every game, deep into the playoffs, games that physically and mentally take a toll on you. Last season was a tough one for Tristan that way.
And so Thompson nails both of them.
You think about the Cavs and the 2 MVP awards that were won for that franchise. Of course, that was LeBron James in back-to-back seasons, both in 2009 and 2010.
Now here's Matthews. He had 10 points in the win against Boston.
Yeah, but all around offensively, the performance was great. He knew when he had it going, but he also knew he could get other guys going. So his passing right up there on the level with his scoring in that one.
And then in 2013 with Miami, LeBron Brent finished one ballot shy, burning all the MVP votes.
We wouldn't see a unanimous MVP winner until Steph Curry did it in 2016. But just as impressive, if not more so, LeBron James with a total of 4 MVP trophies over a 5-year span.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
Now here's Lopez. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Boston.
I'm not sure in that game if it was him or Dikembe Mutombo out there, guys. I was just hoping to see one finger wave after one of those 4 blocks. No, 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 not today.
Good job getting the ball and completing that play.
The defense producing easy looks. It just helps you conserve some energy for late in the game.
Here's Lopez. And Middleton kicks to Matthews. And a miss there on the triple. The Cavaliers trail by 16. 1:58 left in the first half. Here's Osman. Lays it up and banks it in. Osman's got 5.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Outside Hill. Poked away and stolen by Sexton. We've got 1:23 left in the second quarter. Looking to get it going, and again it's Cleveland.
Letting Sexton fall into that kind of rhythm, that's a disaster for the defense. They got to be better.
Here's Matthews. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And the shooting guard, Wesley Matthews, a terrific defender who has no hesitation, Greg, in taking that long 3.
A pretty good combination. Weathered an Achilles tear back in 2015, but has remained a steady rotation player.
Free throw, good. Matthews.
First in the East and overall best record with those 60 wins last year. Just a great season and a great playoff run by the Bucks. Unfortunately, fell victim to a backdoor sweep in the conference finals.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Antetokounmpo comes in for Brook Lopez. And it's Korver in for Chris Middleton. Good on both. You know, Brent, the Bucks had never lost 3 games in a row all of last season until that Toronto series.
Think about how much that might impact what it is they rely on coming into this year, where they're not going to let that loss last year in the playoffs define them. It's a big learning curve. They had an opportunity. They were that close. They can hold on to that motivation all year long and get back to that opportunity this year in the playoffs. They'd be better for it.
Now here's Antetokounmpo following the miss by John Henson, and it's good for 2.
Well, he could just see over the defense, the eyes to spot the open man. Giannis flourishing right now as a facilitator.
23 seconds left now here in the second. There's the double team with Korver. Pass to Sexton. Fires from deep. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Inside, here's Giannis. Good, the assist goes to Hill. Hill's got 3 assists now in this one.
It's going to take a little more to get Antetokounmpo off of his mark there. Adept at finishing those difficult shots.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Milwaukee. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Kyle, big double-digit lead here at the end of the half. What's been the difference?
I mean, we're at home playing with energy. We knocked down some shots. We can be better, but, you know, we'll take a double-digit lead for sure.
Thank you, Kyle. Appreciate your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. It was a big-time first quarter for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 38 points, 9 rebounds, and 1 block. Kenny, your thoughts on the Bucks' first half?
We're seeing the Giannis effect. First player to ever finish in the top 20 in all 5 major statistical categories. Come on, man. Are you kidding me? It doesn't speak for his overall impact, but I just want to tell you, that's impressive.
Shaq, how do you think Cleveland played?
They relied way too heavily on three-point shot in the first half. Their long-range game was off. That's my off sound, Ernie. They were off, but they still settled for the outside shot. They got to put more pressure on the defense by pounding it inside and attacking the basket.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at Antetokounmpo, and this game has been everywhere.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
They're just way too easy out there, and I'm sure Coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Matthews and Middleton the 2 wings. And it's Bledsoe in at the 1. That's the group for Milwaukee right now.
A moment now to see the numbers for Clarkson, how he performed last season. He averaged about 17 points a game, 3 rebounds and 2 assists. And he's done his share of the work for the team, definitely making an impact.
Well, the numbers, if you look at them, impressive all the way around, and he's not letting the team down.
No good on the free throw. Brent, you know, the moving screen is one of those very difficult judgment calls, isn't it?
It's a tough one, Kevin, but what you look for all the time in replays when you see that call, it's almost like the salsa. I'm looking at the hips and the feet. If the feet are too wide, and Kevin Garnett was the biggest problematic moving screen setter that I ever saw, being 6'11" and spreading out those sticks of his. But if the feet go wider than the shoulder, impossible. And then the hip move as the defender is moving around the screener, just enough of a nudge for him not to be able to catch up.
Yes.
Those are the ones where the referees, I think, are most in tune to in order to blow the whistle.
And here's Clarkson following the 3 from Eric Bledsoe. Clarkson with the ball. Matthews covering. Clarkson against Matthews. Three-pointer. A shot, no good. So Milwaukee will take it the other way.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Knocks it loose. Here's Osman. Garland. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. Poke loose, and Milwaukee has possession. Outside, Antetokounmpo. And they double up Giannis. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Antetokounmpo's got 40 points.
He is at his best when it matters most. This game is theirs as long as he can keep this up.
Love against Antetokounmpo. And here comes the break. Here's Middleton. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got 4 assists now tonight. And so Clarkson will bring it up for Cleveland. They're scoreless since the first half. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. 5 on the clock. Down low. Trying to find Thompson. He gets it to him. Thompson is doubled. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Yeah, and checking out the numbers for Antetokounmpo. Coming off a terrific season. 3rd in scoring, 6th in rebounding. And he finished among the top 10 in blocks, bringing that intimidation factor to the paint.
And you only average top 3 in points if you have a particular mindset that you are the guy. Trying to get open is Lopez. Antetokounmpo, no good.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. The D's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye in that kind of range.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
And so it's Milwaukee with it. The Cavaliers making the shot. Here's Bledsoe. Thompson with the rebound.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Here's Clarkson. And too long on the shot.
Yeah, they're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now, here's Garland. 14 points for him. Lopez with the block. And so the ball goes out of bounds. Lopez touched it last. And the Bucks making a change here. Connaughton's checked in. Clarkson passes to Garland. Thompson against Lopez. And it's Thompson that time on the assist by Garland. Thompson's got 13.
Tough for teams to combat Tristan Thompson's physical play down there on the inside. Even when you get a hand up, he's capable of draining the shot.
Now here's Lopez. No points in the game yet for him. Up and in on the layup.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Garland dishes to Clarkson. To the middle. Here's Love. Lopez grabs the board. Lopez has got his 6th rebound on the night.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Cavaliers have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the 3rd. That leaves room for improvement, sir. And the basket is good.
Well, Mike Budenholzer winning the Coach of the Year for the 2nd time, just has such a great mind offensively and came in with a new system for this entire roster, one that they embraced very early on. I think it was really important last year, training camp, establishing that type of confidence. It carried them through for the entire year.
Here's Osman, 5 points in the game.
And this is what dominating the glass looks like. He just cannot be contained.
Sort of reminding me of a little Ben Wallace action here from his years with the Pistons. He's been that much of a force rebounding the ball.
And so it's Cleveland with it, following the miss by Eric Bledsoe. Good work there as it goes. He's got 7. And for the Milwaukee Bucks, Budenholzer, a big reason they were a top offense last season.
Well, we talked a lot about Bud ball. You add Giannis Antetokounmpo in there, and Bud's ability to pair Giannis's unique skill set to the way that he wanted to play, it really changed a lot of what they did offensively, and it felt very, very seamless.
To the inside. Deft touch on the alley-oop.
Unselfish play there by Bledsoe. Does a great job scanning, noticing somebody's open, get them the ball.
Pass to Thompson. Here's Osman. Back to Thompson. Love deciding where to go with it. Misses the three.
That's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best.
Here's Connaughton. He's covered by Clarkson. Connaughton kicks to Lopez. A three-pointer, no good. Cleveland's getting blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. And another miss by Cleveland.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Now Bledsoe. 8 points for him. Here's Giannis. And it's Osman with the rebound. Now Cleveland shooting around 40% from the floor here. So the wing on the left. Thompson outside. And Love has it in the corner. Back to Thompson. To the paint. Love kicks to Clarkson. From deep. Bledsoe with the rebound. Bledsoe's got his 4th rebound in this one.
One made three for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
He's a hard guy to guard everywhere on the floor, but more than anywhere else, Giannis can get you in the paint. That's where he lives.
Timeout called, Cleveland. And since coming to the Bucks, Eric Bledsoe hasn't been asked to do nearly as much as he has in the past.
And for Bledsoe, that is a good thing, as he is best as a complementary player. Not scoring as much, but his decision-making and shot selection have vastly improved.
Here for Milwaukee. Robin Lopez is checked in for Lopez. Ilyasova comes in for Antetokounmpo. Kyle Korver is checked in for Chris Middleton. And George Hill's subbed in for Pat Connaughton. A big group substitution here for Cleveland. John Henson's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Nance comes in for Kevin Love. Jonas Jerebko's checked in for Jetty Osman. And it's Colin Sexton in for Jordan Clarkson.
Used to getting pushed around a little bit, Larry Nance Jr. does a nice job of finding enough room to score.
And the foul on Larry Nance Jr. That is his first foul of the game. On defense, Cleveland. Bledsoe looking around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Hill has the open look. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in.
The rhythm and timing right there, impeccable, and the experience of George Hill to recognize when to shoot off of the pass.
Now here's Nance. He has 6. Sexton the pass to Nance. Over Hill. Nance, no good.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you.
Count that one. Ilyasova's got 8.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Cleveland's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Sexton kicks to Garland. Cleveland moving the ball around. And here is Henson. Ball's knocked loose. Jerebko the pass to Garland. That 3 off the mark. Milwaukee has gone 2 of 5 with a three-point shot since coming out of the break. Outside for Korver. Passes it to Ilyasova. out to Hill. Looking to end his cold spell, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
All right, a chance to check out the numbers for Nance. Good season for him last year. Last season put up about 9 points a game, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists. And every team needs a good backup big to spell the starters, and that's what he brings to the table.
The role consists of rebounding, setting screens, protecting the rim. Anything else he gives you is found change in the couch.
The pass to Jerebko. Pass to Sexton. The shot. And that one off the back of the rim and in. He's got 8.
Well, he knows he can make it from there, so he shoots that one with confidence. Sexton looking very, very self-assured right now.
On the wing, Korver, defended by Jerebko. From the corner, it's rebounded by Cleveland. Benson's got 4 rebounds in this game. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
For Milwaukee, they have been solid at the line so far, 4 for 4. Matthews, he's checked in for Eric Bledsoe. And a switch here also for Cleveland. Porter's checked in for Garland. That's good from Lopez.
Well, a great three-point shooting team for many, many years. The Cavs took a massive step backward last season, and their inability to score from downtown really cost them.
And a wide open look for Porter. Here's Nance, and good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. Nance has got 8 points.
You got to do better than that on Larry Nance Jr. Outstanding at keeping his balance, even after getting hit.
Outside Hill. The 15-footer, good. Hill's got 5 points now in the quarter. Yeah, you know, you look at the problems the Cavaliers have had on offense, Brent, second to last in the league in total points a season ago.
Yeah, they just didn't have shooters, Kevin, so really hard to get back into games where you have 10 and 12-point deficits and nobody to drill shots from the three-point line. They were okay inside the arc, but that ability to shoot, boy, that helps.
And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here. There's 57 seconds left to play in the third. They get a hand on it.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Well, Cleveland shooting just 33% in the second half so far. They need to look at more high-quality shots.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Here's Lopez, following the basket by Colin Sexton. Lopez kicks to Hill. Back to Lopez, wide open. Good, the assist goes to Hill. Hill's got his 5th assist in this one.
Like to see George Hill distribute to his teammates a heads-up play there.
Now, here's Sexton. He's got 10. On the wing, Porter. Off target from three-point range. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Bucks ahead, just dominating this one. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Brandon Knight is out there with Matthew Dellavedova. Then it's Porter. Then it's John Henson. And it's Zizic in at center, locking down the middle. Lopez, no luck. The Cavaliers shooting 40% from the field. There's Porter with the 3. Milwaukee with the rebound. Brown outside. Hill passes to Corver. Last year, the average salary for a starting point guard, Brent, in the NBA, was the highest among all positions. Why would that be?
Well, with the way the game has changed, Kevin, there's certainly an emphasis on being able to find guys who are initiating offense, scoring the basketball, shooting three-pointers, and you're seeing a big shift in salaries between point guards and bigs. That's where the biggest disparity is. Centers in the league are getting less and less of an opportunity to have the extended big money contracts because the game has moved to the perimeter, and if you're a big that cannot play on the perimeter, there's not a lot of teams that are willing to invest a significant amount of their cap space into the center position. They want guards and wings who can play out there and do the damage from there.
Here is Porter after the basket by Milwaukee. Pass to Zizic. Rebounded by the Bucks. Lopez has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Corver dishes to Hill. A floater, and it's good on the way in.
George Hill making me get out a box of tissues. Sweet teardrop there.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Henson's shot is off.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Yeah, you can see when it's that close, players reacting. Just, oh, man, we just missed that one. Maybe they'll get another chance at it.
Dellavedova with the ball. He dishes it to Knight. The kick out to Porter. Sinks the three-pointer. Porter's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Some good court awareness that time from Brandon Knight. He's a creative guard who has a good feel for when his guys are open.
Here's Corver for 3. No good on that one. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. Corver against Porter. Wilson grabs the board. Bucks have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Here's Corver. Corver with a block. Outside Knight. Pass to Porter. That's good. The assist that time from Knight. Porter's got 5 points in the quarter.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
Brown against Porter. Brown kicks to Hill. 5 to shoot. Now the pass to Wilson. Shoots over Henson. Kept alive. Lopez. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It goes on Brandon Knight.
And the fun-loving personality Lopez has makes him a likable teammate. It's clear that they love playing with him. Well, a fantastic year for the Bucks, and the future looks bright for this franchise.
A new arena in Milwaukee, a new practice site. First-year coach Mike Budenholzer changing the entire philosophy of what they did offensively and ending up in an MVP award for one Giannis Antetokounmpo. The fans showed up. A lot of excitement for the Milwaukee Bucks in the years to come.
No good on that one. Well, you know, the NBA not the only league with great players and great play. Talk about some of the other prominent leagues around the world. There's some terrific competition.
There's some great competition overseas in the Turkish leagues. Some very good players that play in the Russian league. There are some great players who are coming out of Australia, and we're actually seeing players now skip playing in the G League to go down to Australia
Yes.
to start their development and professional career. So when we talk about the world game, Kevin, we're not joking around. It's a very real thing, and we continue to invite the best players that we can find, and they come from all over.
Here's DiVincenzo. Brandon Knight picking up that last basket. Shoots a three. DiVincenzo gets the bucket. Here's Knight. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Knight's got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, Brandon Knight, that time playing out of the pick and roll, makes the right decision to get the separation.
Now Lopez. And that one's good from Connaughton.
Lead passes like that are so hard to defend. He never had to break his stride, so full speed, 2 points.
Porter kicks to Dellavedova. Here's Zizic. Back to Dellavedova. Over Wilson. And the Cavaliers getting another bucket right there. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. And here is Brown. Something Commissioner Silver has mentioned, Brent, the possibility of a mid-season tournament. You ever see that happening?
It'd be interesting to see if that idea grows some legs here, Kevin, and adopting what it is that in soccer leagues in Europe have done for many years, because teams hone in on what those individual cups mean and competition raises, and you earn something for the end of the year. Commissioner Silver can find a way to get that done. It becomes very intriguing, instead of an all-star weekend, to have teams gather for a mid-season tournament with something on the line. Elevated competition.
Well, kids play that in high school, they play that in the college level. It would make sense that it could fit in the NBA as well.
It'd be interesting, and especially halfway through the year, to reinvigorate your fan base with something like that, I think would be great.
Good point. And he lays in the alley-oop.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch. Here's DiVincenzo. Brown outside. Launches a three. And Henson pulls it down. Henson's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Here's Porter. That's good. The assist that time from Knight. Knight's got 3 assists now in this one.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Here's DiVincenzo. Pass to Connaughton for the 3. Milwaukee the rebound. Here's Lopez. Here's Wilson. Off with the layup. The Cavaliers have gone 8 of 14 from the floor here in the fourth quarter. A shot by Knight, no good. And so Brown will bring it up for the Bucks. Brent, we have seen some international showcase games the last few years. Do you like that trend?
Oh, absolutely. I like the fact that our league, we know how global it is with how many players from different countries are represented throughout the rosters around the league. But for our game to travel around to London and to Mexico City and have an opportunity for those fans to see what NBA basketball is like, I think it's an absolute win for
I'd
the
like to
NBA.
see more.
Well, more time for those teams. The timing of some of those trips for some teams are a little bit tough in terms of the travel, but their appearances there mean so much more to grow the game globally.
And the Cavaliers with possession here after the basket by Milwaukee. Back to Zizic. Left side, Knight. 4 on the shot clock. Floats one, and the layup is good. Knight's got 8 here in the quarter.
Can't really do much defensively against Knight's floater. Gets it off so quickly.
Here's DiVincenzo. Over Dellavedova. on the shot a bit long that time.
Relaxed defense there. He's going to see fewer and fewer chances if he can't bury those kind of jumpers.
Milwaukee's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Here's DiVincenzo. Overnight, DiVincenzo can't hit it.
That might not be the shot they want him taking, even with the D backing off.
And he makes that one.
Yeah, these defenders just looked a bit overmatched, especially inside.
You know, Brent, how candid can players be in their answers in the post-game interviews about what has happened or what they're feeling at that time? In other words, is there a danger to being too honest as a player?
There could be, Kevin. I mean, anytime you express some of your vulnerabilities, and if it's done at the right time, somebody's going to take advantage of it. What we've seen over the past couple years is, forget about when it is that the media is asking you questions. Most players are taking it to their social media accounts where they're able to get the message out without being baited by somebody with regards to a question. They can expound on whatever it is that they're feeling at that time, and that helps them to control the messaging a little bit more. And I think that trend is going to continue to grow.
The Bucks getting another chance here. Here's Connaughton. He's guarded by Knight. Here's DiVincenzo. Sinks the triple. DiVincenzo's got 8 points here in this quarter.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Now, here is Knight. Wilson with the block.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Bucks.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so with this, they'll end up with their 2nd win on the year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Giannis.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Knight into the lane, and that one is good.
Knight's capable of hitting the mid-range shot. The defense has got to do a little bit better job of recognizing when he's in that area.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Connaughton. And here's Wilson. He's guarded by Knight. Shoots from the elbow, and the jumper falls for him.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
Yeah, huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Maybe they can find a way to establish some rhythm in the next few possessions with the extra pass.
And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Eric Bledsoe. Eric, a strong performance tonight. What's been the difference?
We're getting out of transition, trying to get defensive stops, and everybody's just playing their game.
And it showed tonight, Eric. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long, everyone.